Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have my 2023 reading wrap up. So I'm gonna go over all the books that I read last year and the ones that I truly did enjoy. I'll give a few synopsises and I'll give the star ratings. So first up we have The Christmas Pack by V.E. Keelan and Penelope Ward. V.E. Keelan and Penelope Ward wrote another book that I really do enjoy. This is, I believe, a novella. I gave this 4 stars, but I don't remember what it is about. All I know is that there's this one. They have basically almost the same name. One of them is named Riley Kennedy, and the other one is Kennedy Ryan. Riley Kennedy and Kennedy Riley. So basically, they get emails sent to each other instead of their own, something like that. The next book is The Sweetest of Vivian by Danielle Lloyd. This, I believe, is Elena and Nico's story from the Maid series. So Elena does something against her father's wishes, which causes her to lose basically something. She can't get married to certain people. So Nico is going to marry her sister, but there is sexual tension or tension in general between the both of them. And and The Sweetest Oblivion was a 5 star. We have Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Well, Ugly Love Hoover was also a 5. This is Miles and Tate. It's very popular on TikTok, and when I read this, it was okay. It was okay, basically. I don't know why I gave it 5 stars. This made me come up with a new video idea, which I might do soon. But in all honesty, now that I had a year, basically, yeah, it's been a year already since I read this specific book, I would bump it down to a 3 star. It's not my favorite Colleen Hoover. From the 2 books that I read from her, it's not my favorite, and honestly, I don't know if I would recommend this. Miles is a pilot with no emotional feelings at all. He's non-emotional. Tate is a nurse. They don't know each other. Miles is Tate's brother's best friend. So there you have the best friend, brother's best friend trope. But they are also strangers with benefits because they're not necessarily friends. Next, we have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. So this we have Olive and Ethan. So they go to a honeymoon instead of Olive's sister and Ethan's brother, since they got food poisoning and they didn't, so they go there. They bloom a relationship and such. This was a 4 star. This one. Then we have the XX. This has Vivian and Reese. Reese is a powerful witch, comes with a powerful bloodline basically. Vivian is a witch. So they had a fling, and he never told her that he was betrothed to someone else. And Vivian does what any other witch would do, is put a silly hex on her ex. So there he comes back. I don't know if he's trying to woo Vivian, but you see their relationship bloom. The excess was a 5 star. Fragile Longing by Carl Riley. I don't remember the characters' names, but I do remember the premise of the book. He is promised the girl's sister, but something happens to the sister that they're not able to fulfill that promise. So they give him the sister instead, the younger sister. And she always feels that she's second best to everyone, not only to the main male lead, but also to her parents, she's always second best. When it comes to her, a 4-star. We have Covet by Tracy Wolf. We have Covet by Tracy Wolf. So this is a 5 stars. I have loved every single book from the Crave series. There's a specific way the author pitches it, and the way I would say it reminds me of is, have you seen The Vampire Diaries and the originals? You know, the spin-off of those two shows is Legacies. Legacies remind me so much of this book because you have a boarding school for supernatural kids, and that's basically the whole book. It's Grace recently lost her parents, and she has to move from San Diego all the way to a, I don't know if it's a mountain in Alaska, so she has to do like a whole change. She needs, when she first gets there, she doesn't know nothing about the supernatural at all until later on she gets a little glimpse of what the school really is for. You have witches, werewolves, vampires, a few more other creatures in that. Okay, so the next one is My Irish Billionaires by Sophia T. Summers. This was a 3-star. I do not remember what this whole book, I don't remember what this whole book is about, but all I know is that I read it just because I wanted, I think, one more book, so it could be, I don't know if it was 4 or 5 for that whole month that I read. Then we have Born Reckless by BJ Alpha. Type cousin romance, something like that. But yeah, give this a 4-star. I don't know necessarily about the rating. Next, I have The Unwanted Wife by Natasha Anderson. So we have the female lead is Teresa, and Sandro marries Teresa for a specific reason, and Teresa doesn't know nothing about it until one day he comes, blurts out why he married her. So by then she's already over the marriage. She wants a divorce. He's like, you're not getting one until you know the reason why you can't get one, so give me what I want, basically. So that's that book. And honestly, I don't think the guy groveled as much as he should. 3 stars. Then we have The Love Hypothesis. This we have Olive and Adam. So Olive is a STEM student and Adam is a professor in the same school. So she goes on a date with someone that later on you find out that her friend likes, and she wants her friend to go out with that guy, and basically she's in the hall. She's like, oh, I already moved on, I have another boyfriend. So she kisses Adam in the hallway. Then that one was a 4-star. Then we have The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Here we have Rowan and Zara. Zara is your bubbly girl and Rowan is your grumpy billionaire. So this is the first book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. So here Rowan, in order to get a part of his grandfather's inheritance, he has to renovate Dreamland by one specific attraction in order to get his father inheritance. So there we have Sarah, who is design for that, 5 stars. Then we have Those Three Little Words by Megan Quinn. This is the second book in the Vancouver Gators. This was a 4-star. I don't remember much. All I remember is that the girl's brother is a pain in the ass. Next we have I'll Call You Later by Heather N. M. Oregon. So this, you have a rock star and his best friend who has been in love with him since she was a child, and they are friends with benefits, basically. So one day, he gets left two little babies in front of his trailer, calls his friend, and tells her, oh, come with me on tour. Obviously, he doesn't tell her like what she's gonna do and whatnot, but they do have a rule, is that while she's there, he cannot mingle with other women, basically. So this was a 4-star. Honestly, as soon as you open the book, you see the title right there. Next one is we have King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. We have Adrian and Isolde. So this is a vampire story-esque. So we have Aiden, who is a vampire, Isolde, who is the princess, I forgot what land, but in order for said land not to get attacked by any vampire, Isolde has to marry Aiden, basically. So as soon as they get married, everyone in her country hates her for marrying the bad guy. So she is going for a huge change. There she moves with Aiden to his own little land and sees how vampires are not necessarily a huge threat. There is quite a few plot twists that I didn't see coming. Put Me in Detention by Megan Quinn. This is part of the Steamy Teacher romance. I remember the girl's name or the guy's name. I do remember the book. So this, we have the female lead who recently got divorced, so she's in a disvocation. Basically, she goes to Vegas to party that she's no longer married to said asshole. There she ends up marrying her, I don't know if it's her crush from years ago, but he's British and he has his own reasons why to stay in said marriage. So yeah, 5 stars. Then we have The Casanova by the Miles High Club, third book in the Miles High Club. 5 stars. Love this. Love Elliot, and I believe her name is Catherine, are both UK. Well, Catherine is born UK and Elliot works in the the UK branch of the Miles media printing service. So I believe that's his assistant. They don't get along, but they try to make it, like, they try to coexist with each other. So I think her friends tell her to set up, I don't know if it's a fake like dating website. She goes on a dating website, she puts like bad descriptions of a person, and I guess he does as well, but they don't put their names, they put other names. How to Wife Up Your Nanny. This is a 4 star. Basically, the guy bought the publishing company that she was signed with, and her books no longer sell anymore, and he tells her, oh, be my nanny for my kid, and you could start writing your new books and I'll pay you $1 million. 4 stars. Then you have How to Knock Up Your Nurse. So this guy, I forgot what he's famous for, goes to the doctor's because he got a fishing hook stuck on his nipple, and then the nurse has to fish it out, basically. No, take it out, not fish it out, take it out. And obviously there's attraction. The three that I'm gonna talk about, they're novellas. So there you get a spam that one night leads to her getting pregnant. She's not able to find him, or they agree with it's a 119, no contact whatsoever. Then you have Fake Single Dad by Melinda Mix. Out of these 3, I hated this one the most. This is about a guy who's trying to woo this woman, but he can't because she thinks that he is still has like a teenager mindset. So he enlists his niece's help to pretend that he is her dad, and it doesn't go well. Next, we have a favorite from the All In series, book 2 in this series by Helena Hunting. This was the only reread of last year. Loved it. Love Bishop and Stevie. Stevie is RJ's sister, and Bishop is RJ's teammate. Kind of rivals, because Bishop was offered that captain position, but since RJ decided, oh, I'm gonna be in Seattle because of my wife, he got it. So Bishop hates him. Yeah, love this. Then we have Boss on a Leash. I remember she wanted a dog, she couldn't get it, so a billionaire got it, and she ends up teaching at a school where her daughter's at. His daughter is kind of a bully to another kid. So yeah, 3-star. Then It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This is about Piper and Brennan. Brennan is a fisherman. Piper is your social media queen, basically. She gets sent to her bio father's hometown because of her latest scandal. Her boyfriend dumped her. She threw a huge party. They sent her over there. She's trying to prove that she could do it by herself without the need of any money. I hated the dad. The mother had no backbone, in my opinion, at all. I hated the stepfather. But I like how Popper was real and vulnerable about her insecurities, whatever the media showed her as. She had those insecurities. Then we have The Sweetest Song by Victoria H. Smith, 4 stars. And this, if I remember correctly, it's about a guy who has a daughter, and the daughter doesn't talk anymore. She became mute, I think, because of her bio mother. So the female lead goes to her hometown. Her aunt gave her house, basically, and the guy is doing renovations on the house. The aunt used to play the piano for the little girl, so female lead doesn't know that, so she starts playing the piano. The little girl comes out and gets scared, and it's just a overall good romance, in my opinion. Then we have The Risk Taker by Sonia Sancero. Okay, so we have Holly and Ethan. So Holly wants to be a makeup artist. That has been her goal. She recently dumped her ex-fiance because he cheated on her. Basically, her family wants her to run the company business, but she doesn't want to. That's not her dream. She doesn't want to be near her ex-fiance. He's a famous actor, and they spark up a romance. So yeah, basically that. Then we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is about sisterhood, but also a relationship. Charlie and Nora. Nora is known for being a workaholic and a shark in the publishing company. Well, she's an agent. And Charlie is an editor. Basically, her sister tells her, let's go to Sunshine Falls. I don't know if it's for a month or a week getaway. There, she finds out that Charlie lives there, and they had a terrible meet, I think 2 years prior. And they meet, they start hanging out. Her sister gives her a bucket list of what to complete. And yeah. Then we have The Renter, the first for 3 days, 4 stars. It's like 50 pages long. Of Midnight by Kate Weber. This is dark romance. If you're not interested, if you're not okay with dark romance, I wouldn't recommend it. So we have the male lead who likes to degrade the female lead, and she's doing it because she gets paid. So, but there is attraction towards each other. So 4 stars really do like it. And then we have Call Me Daddy by Jade West. This I don't remember, but I gave it a 3 stars. Then we have My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. This I gave a 5-star. So we have Miles, a bounty hunter, I believe, and he has, I don't remember if he was married or not, but Taylor, I want to say her name, the female lead, finds a dead body in her bed and breakfast. So the sister's owner of the bed and breakfast hires a bounty hunter. Miles is investigating. She wants to help because she's seen crime shows and has listened to a ton of crime podcasts. So basically, she thinks she knows how to solve the case, but she's getting thrown into a lot. Then we have The Song of the Crimson Flower. I give this a 3-star without knowing it was part of another series until I saw it on Goodreads. So it was a good story, not for me. Then we have The Rule Breaker. So we have Ethan's brother who is down bad because he recently lost his wife. Basically, there is a plot twist about the wife, and you'll figure out later on the book. Going out every night, drinking, having fun with different women. His agency doesn't want that anymore because he's supposed to play a family guy. How can he play a family guy if he's doing all those things? So they hired the female lead to keep him on track, and the male lead doesn't want that because he wants to live his life as the fullest, and the female lead needs this job really badly. She has a kid. She has two like in-laws in some way that hate her guts and wouldn't want the child to be with her. 4 stars. Then we have the Mindfuck series, and this is a 5-star. You have Lana and Logan. So Lana has been through some tough shit. So she is a serial killer. You find out the reasons why she is the way she is and why she's going for the men that have wronged her in her life. And Logan is an FBI agent who is profiling her case and believes she is a he. So yeah. Then we have A Rare Find by M.K. Deniper. This is about a girl who cannot leave her house because of what happened years ago and has that constant fear that if I leave, something bad is gonna happen to it. The guy just came into town. His grandfather has a collection of books and wants him to sell them. Basically, 3 stars, The Roughest Draft, a 4-star. 2 authors who broke away, then had to get together to write another book. Then we have Persuading the Captain by Rachel John, 4 stars. Then we have Brutal Intentions by Lilith Vincent. This is a 4-star. This is also dark romance. It is stepfather-stepdaughter relationship. So the stepfather has never had sexual intercourse with her mother. He is only doing this to get his money from his brother, who is a pain in the ass. Then we have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, 5 stars. We have Anastasia and Nathan. So Stas is a figure skater and Nathan is a hockey star. So the hockey rink gets flooded, so they have to use the figure skater one to try out. Stasia doesn't like that. Stasia doesn't even like Nathan. So there you see how they communicate. There's no miscommunication at all. They communicate every single little thing that bothers them, and they're very good at that. Then we have Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold, you have three guys that are in a podcast, and my favorite is Josh. And then you have the female lead who designs lingerie basically. And she can't figure out why no one wants to go on a second date with her. So they start in the guy's podcast, or like a little game, a test to see how the female lead could get better. Then we have Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Roberts. This and the other book before are reverse harems. So what that means, it's three guys and one girl. So this one started off as MMF, and then the author added another person. So it's a reverse harem. This girl is sent to a vampire thinking she could break the curse basically, and you figure out why she was sent there for whatever reason, and you find out their attraction to one another. I think I read 3 of the Fence novels. I read all 3 of the Fence novels. I have Milk and Honey. This was a 3-star. I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was gonna be a cute romance. No. It is, but no. It is a way deeper in some sort. It has trigger warnings, which I didn't know, and I should have looked it up. But it was very popular in high school, when I was in high school, so I wanted to years later see the hype, but very deep. And honestly, if I knew what I was gonna get into, I would probably rate it higher. Then we have After the graphic novel series, volume 1. So this is part 1. I think of the first book, they still need a few more scenes to finish the first movie, first book. So this obviously is a Wattpad book published, and honestly, it's your standard book. Good girl, bad boy, fake, no, not fake dating, it's a bet basically. Then we have The Fourth Closet from the Five Nights at Freddy's graphic novel, book 3. This, I read it 4 stars. It had a plot twist that I didn't see coming, and I don't know if it's because I haven't read the actual books, but I do know the Five Nights at Freddy's is long. When I tell you long, and there's intertwined series in it, so I don't know about that. Accidentally Amy is a 3-star by Lynn Painter. Then we have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Sea of Monsters, the graphic novel by Robert Venditti. Adapter 4 stars. Catwoman Soul Stealer, the graphic novel. Louise Simone. Adapter. Beast Boy Loves Raven from the Teen Titans series by Cami Garcia. 4 stars. Then we have Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn, 3-star. Then we have Screen Mr. Scrooge by Nicole Green, 3-star. Then we have The Billionaire Christmas, 2-star. This is part of the Titan series, 2.5 by Sierra White. Ooh, now I know why I didn't like this, because it was part of a book. Ooh, of an actual book. If it's 2.5, it should be part of the book prior, no? Then we have Daddy's Dirty Boss by Jade West. This was originally a 3-star, but I bumped it down. In my mind, it was a 3-star, but we got to a specific scene. No. It got down to a 2-star. I think it's more because a specific scene that involved a specific play, and no, that wasn't for me. It might be for other people, but it's not for me. Then we have The Do-Over. This is the 4th book in the Miles High Club series. by T.L. Swan. Love, they love Christopher and Hayden. Hayden is your, I love them. I think out of all of them, Christopher, his family tells him, oh, when are you gonna settle down? When are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that? And he tells them, when I'm ready, and they don't think that he's ever gonna be ready, so he decides to go backpacking, basically. So he goes, he meets Hayden, and obviously there's attraction to one another, and yeah, you see them, you see Christopher be bloom into something else, how he grows. Yeah. Then we have The Christmas List 2022 by T.L. Swan. So the first book I rated a 2-star, not my favorite. There's 3 in this novella. So the first book I would rate a 2-star, the second book a 3-star, and the last book a 2-star. So the one that I really do enjoy is My Name is Grace Porter. I am the professional assistant to Gabriel Ferrara, CEO of Forever Media in New York. It's a perfect job, great pay, beautiful office, everything I dreamed of. If not one of the small details, I'm utterly obsessed with my boss. Yeah, basically. Then we have the last book of the year was Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Peter. This is Brother's Best Friend. She burns, the female lead burns her house down. Her apartment necessarily because of she got dumped, I believe, and has to move in with her brother and his roommate, which is the male lead. They end up texting, but they don't know that they're each other. One of them finds out first, and yeah, the rest is history. So those are the 61 books I've read, 60 or 61 books I've read last year, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye.